Okay, so our next step is going to be adding the recess, or what we call the rebate, that we've machined out of the pine into our designs. Now, even though you can't necessarily see it on the front, you would still see it on an orthographic, but we'd actually dot those lines. And that'll make sense a little bit later on. But the thing you need to know is the machining is 20mm in from the outside edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my click on the contour tool. I'm going to come to my contour parallel line tool and I'm going to set this to 20 like that. I'm then going to click on the inside of the outside boxes like this. Okay. I'm then going to use my delete segment tool and delete where they overlap and go beyond the rectangle like this. So these are the bits that we don't need. Now, probably the best thing to do next is use the ABC tool and identify which is the front and which is the back. So I'm going to get my ABC tool, and I'm going to call this one the front, and I'm going to call this one the back. Now the benefit of this means that we now know later on that we can identify which bits need to be dotted and which don't. So as we look at the picture frame, we know that we can't see the recess from the front, but we know it's there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on these lines, and if you click on a line and then hold shift, which is the button or the key between CTRL, called control, and caps lock on the left hand side, it's the arrow. So it's basically between control and caps lock. If I hold the click on shift, I can then select multiple lines in one go, like this. Then at the top of the screen, we've got line and color. If you click on line, we can change the type to a dotted line or a dashed line. So I'm going to change to a dashed line like that. I'm going to press OK. That then means that it's essentially like a hidden line. It's a line that's there, but we wouldn't necessarily see it if this was a solid piece of material, which we can't in real life, which we know about. Now the back is actually the opposite. Okay, because we've got our sort of hardwood backing in, we wouldn't see this rectangle on the inside. So again, holding shift, I'm going to click on all these lines on the inside here, and I'm going to go to the word line at the top, change the type to a dashed line and press OK, like that. The last thing you'll notice if I zoom in, we need to turn this segment here of this line into a dashed line. Now the only way you can really do that easily is by deleting the line, using the line tool and the attach tool, and then redrawing it so that it becomes its own line in its own right look. So I can click on that individually. I'm then going to change that line to a dashed line like that, which gives me that point there. I'm going to scroll over and do the same on all the other sides. So again, line tool, attach tool is on. From that corner to there, let's turn that to a dashed line. Let's go down to the bottom of the screen and do the same down here. So I'm actually going to delete both of them in one go. Get my line tool, my attach tool is on. So from there to there and there to there. Now again, let's hold shift and click both of those at the same time. Line, type and dashed. Press OK. If I then zoom back out, you can now see that we've got a generic kind of front and back looking view complete. That's the next step for us is going to be to do the side view, and again we're going to incorporate quite a few dashed and dotted lines on the side view. So that's it for this video.